Hello, hello. Let's do this. Go live. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? Gotta make sure we're checking in. Good to see y'all. Gonna put this here. Make sure that you are getting that you're applying for my exclusive group because I say stuff on here, but I say a lot more off of social media. Let me tell you. Shout out where you're from. Great to have you back. Thank you. I just got back from Colombia. I slept for like the last 2 days, okay? If you're coming back from Colombia, or another country, take time to wind down because oh my goodness. Some of my friends went to work the next day. I was like, goodness, no, please no. That sounds insane. How do you get your partner to not be defensive when bringing up hard topics? It's all in the approach, right? Well, there's two things here. Number one, is this person good at talking about things that are uncomfortable, right? Because that's a skill too. Talking about uncomfortable things takes a little bit of, tolerance, emotional intelligence, emotional awareness. So that's number one. But number two is delivery. In what way do they like the message to be delivered? Because if it's delivered too bluntly or too harshly, that can sometimes make a person feel defensive. Because here's the thing, y'all. No one, almost no one, almost, right? I'm going to say almost, likes to be held accountable, right? It's a sucky feeling to be told that what you thought you were doing good for a while may not actually be good. Or what you thought, because a lot of us have this idea that what we're doing and what we're saying and how we're moving is correct, right? Like we think that all of us, a lot of us want to have the right intentions. So when you have the right intentions or when you get caught up, it's weird to be like, oh man, that sucks. Like I got caught. So I think that's what matters. So we have to understand that even the best people, right? Delivery matters. Delivery really does matter. Listen to you all the time. Can every man have your mentality so I don't have to be single? That's what I talk about though. I talk about how to find guys that have the right mentality. I talk about where to get them, what it takes, like what is the sauce. But you'd have to apply for my exclusive group to get that information because I don't just share that with anyone, right? There's a lot of information I give outside of social media. So make sure all of you that are on here, make sure you click the link in the bio and you apply for for my exclusive group. Not everybody gets in, but they get the most benefit. I'm in Japan. I have a question. All right, Japan. Nihongo de nan desu ka? Shock. I know a little bit of Japanese. How will I know when a man is ready to be in a relationship after passing of his wife? So you'll know well, first of all, how long ago was it? Because if we're going to be realistic, if it was like a month ago, no. Even a year. How long were they married? Was it a good situation? All of these things need to be taken into consideration. But I would say he's ready if number one, here's the way you'll know if anyone's ready for any relationship, right? Because they'll tell you they're ready. They'll tell you what they're capable of doing. And then they'll follow up with actual action, right? If their actions don't match what they're saying, because a lot of people want to believe that they're ready, right? A lot of people want to believe that they are ready for a relationship or they're ready for a commitment when they're actually not. So what you want to look at is, do their words match up with their actions or are they just playing, right? And that's what you got to look for. But also how much they express it. Like if he talks about his ex-wife a lot and it gets really bad, then I would say he's not ready because that's a pain that you need to grieve, right? That's not easy to get over. That's a horrible situation. I have strong compassion for anyone that's going through that. A breakup alone is hard, but someone actually passing, that's next level. So you want to be careful, right? My husband of 17 days, I found him texting his ex-girlfriend that he loved and missed her. I dumped him. Oh, wow. Yeah, because here's the thing. I'm not going to say you should or shouldn't break up with someone, but I will say this. If we've been together for 17 years and you call an ex and you say something like that, to me, that sounds like these 17 years don't matter. You know? Like, why would you even put me through this 17 years because that sounds to me like you always secretly had feelings for this person. You know what I mean? Like you always had something going on with this individual. Why even put me through this? So, yeah, I wouldn't waste any more time with that. You don't want to deal with someone that's still fawning over their ex. That's not good. Are you accepting questions about coping and living with your parents and their toxic behaviors? Yeah. Yeah, I do that too. See, here's the thing. I don't just do relationships, right? I know I advertise as relationships and dating, but I do marriages, I do family. Relationships are more universal, right? So we can go into those things as well. But if you want to get more of my time, remember, apply for the exclusive group where I talk about stuff like this, right? Where I take you and we talk about it. So make sure you apply. And I'll keep saying that because I think y'all deserve it. Because that's where I get everybody. How do I make more guy friends? What should I do about my crush? He sits next to me in class. I don't know which question you want me to answer. To make more guy friends, just be interested in what guys are interested in, right? Because just like any friendship, they're mostly built off relatability, right? And familiarity. So if there's stuff like, are you interested in what the average guy would be interested in? That's number one, or find a guy that's interested in what women are interested in, or just find someone who has a similar interest to you, right? It's not really a universal strategy. It's just, but the thing is, a lot of guys are not capable of being friends with women. That's just the rule of law, right? A lot of men are not okay with that. A lot of men are not good at that. So you might be spinning your wheels a little bit in that department. And it's not because they're all bad. It's just that that's the way a lot of them are programmed through socialization, through conditioning, through societal, and a little bit of biology mixed in there. So remember what you're operating against. You can have guy friends. There's a lot of people that are guys and girls that are great friends. So I'm not discounting that. But at the same time, it can be a bit tough, right? Because it's just the way things are. Let's see. So hopefully that helps. Hey, Maria. My guy disappeared for 2 weeks without explanation. He called out of the blue around bedtime, but didn't have a message. Send a text or call again. I never called him back, and he called again. What? My guy disappeared for 2 weeks without explanation. He called out of the blue around bedtime, but didn't leave a message. Send a text or call. I never called him back, and he called again. Well, why didn't you call him back? He called. Okay, so are you upset that he called you around bedtime? Maybe that's when he was thinking of you, right? I don't want to insinuate that there's something fishy going on. I mean, most people would say, why is he calling you so late? But in my opinion, sometimes that's just the way it is, right? But you said he disappeared for 2 weeks without explanation. Now, if he disappeared for 2 weeks, when you say my guy, was he your boyfriend? Because if he was your boyfriend and he disappeared for 2 weeks, that's insane. I'm sorry. If someone disappears, if you're in a relationship with someone and they disappear on you for more than 24, 48 hours, that's nuts. Unless they have a great excuse, like I'm just getting out the hospital, right? But even then, so why couldn't you be listed as a contact? I don't know. The point is, if you were in a relationship and a person disappeared on you for 2 weeks, it's over. It's over. They definitely don't want this. What to do if my partner even listened and only flips words to work in his mind and in his favor? Well, that's what you have to ask yourself. Is he flipping words to work in his mind, or is that how he perceives it? Right? Because I don't want to just say he's trying to manipulate you when in some cases that may be how he processes it. So sometimes learning about how someone processes things is going to be your way to go. So certain words and phrases and the way that it's used, the tempo, the rhythm, the way that it's relayed across, the way that it's articulated, might not register in his mind the same way that it registers in yours. And that could be for a variety of reasons. It could be because of insecurity, trust issues, pride, ego. There's so many things at play. So sometimes we can feel like someone's trying to purposely flip everything on us, when in actuality, they have a different processor than we do. And it's important for us to understand their processor outside of how we view it. Because a lot of the times what I see in relationships and struggling marriages is people have their own perceptions and they tend to blame the other person when they don't have the same, right? But that doesn't mean that they're wrong. It just means that that's how they see it. So a lot of us have different communication styles. It's important to learn that. Thank you. I'll join once this live is over. Yes. Go ahead. Like I said, you can do it while you're on here. Go ahead and click the button and apply. It's a quick little form. You get in there, you sign up, and you're done. I should be on here for a little while. Yeah, I'm on here for a little while, so don't worry about it. I'll definitely be on for the next 20, 30 minutes. He does everything. Perfect therapist. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kim. So you've got people that work with me in the chat that are vouching for me. And ladies, ladies do not lie. Okay? Especially when it comes to these social media guys. Like if I'm gonna get fried up, it's gonna happen. Okay. So hopefully I didn't speak it into existence, but I appreciate all of you that joined my live, that have been clients of mine, that are in the community with me, and you guys are vouching for me because we're all winners, and of course having your help definitely helps me as well. How to get your partner to effectively communicate instead of harshly communicating and hurting my feelings. Um, you might have to apply for the community because I'd have to understand how exactly they're communicating and how that hurts your feelings. Because if I just give you answers and I don't understand what specifics are happening, that might be tough for me to answer the best way. So I want to answer that in a good way. I would say go ahead and apply. One-on-one calls with X is top notch. If you can't afford it, find a way. Keeping me sane over here. I'm gonna take a picture of that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you so much. And I gotta give it to you ladies because the ladies that show up to the one-on-ones have some resilience, let me tell you, because we go back and forth, quite a bit about what's happening, what's really going on, how to persevere, and we always come to an answer. And the fact that, you're so willing to sit there and, do that with me. And of course, we give the right communication. But these are tough situations. We're opening up, we're visiting past trauma. So a lot of these conversations are not easy to have. And man, let me tell you, I've met some of the toughest women I have ever seen in my one-on-ones that are like, let's talk through it. Let's go into it. Let's figure out the right way. And they do a very good job. So props to you all, right? My friend Chris from martial arts class invited me to salsa, and it was so fun. And we have a lovely connection. That's good. I'm happy for you. Almost a year together? Yeah, no, that's over. That's over, girl. Hey, Brooke, what's going on, girl? Narcissistic behavior, 100%. You are the best. Always fair, too. Absolutely. I dropped my old therapist for Xavier. Xavier's the real deal. Y'all are awesome, man. I'm privileged, honestly. I was not expecting this type of love today in the live. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. You're amazing. I've been seeing all the red flags. He's the best. You get better and better at seeing the red flags. I went above and beyond to prove that I'm not lying and he still think I am. What do I do? There's not much you can do. If someone is set their mind on the fact that you're a liar or you're dishonest, the best you could do is try to, you're just gonna have to let them have it, you know? I mean, it's not your job to prove to someone that you're not lying if you're actually not lying. In fact, I would say going above and beyond to prove yourself might make it worse. You know what I mean? Because if you're really not guilty, then you shouldn't have to go through that. Sometimes people sabotage like that. You're brutally honest. Love it. Thank you. And that's amazing. Xavier's amazing. Thank you, Miss Katrina. Miss Katrina is ride or die. She is always in the group. Like I said, y'all, you're seeing the love here in the post. These ladies have joined the community and they are getting the best, right? They're getting the best service. So make sure if you haven't already, click the link in my bio and apply. How do I get over the narcissist that drug me through the mud and now I have to watch him with the next woman every day? How do you get over that? It's gonna take time. Depending on how long it is and depending on how much you've been through, I think you need to give yourself some grace and give yourself time, because sometimes things can't just go that way overnight. And I know the pain sucks, but that's where I would say maybe you need support, right? And that's why I've built, see, one of the main reasons why I've built this community is because it's a group of people that support each other. We are heavily supportive over each other. We've all been through it, right? Every single one of us have either dealt with a narcissist or manipulator or abuser or been taken advantage of. Like, we are all here for you. So if you want help getting through situations like this is where you go, right? You don't have to do it on your own anymore. This is your safe haven. You don't have to sit there and contemplate it and be in your head and we say good morning, we talk throughout the day, we say good night, we look forward to each other, we talk about our achievements. Like, this is the real deal. So I would say go ahead and get on in there. Even if you're not going through a breakup, even if you're just dating, this is the place to go. We run reviews by each other. Hey, what do you think of this guy? Hey, what do you think of this? And of course, I'm involved, so I'm gonna jump in. Really gifted, thank you. My ex-boyfriend and I were having an argument and we were throwing jabs at each other to the point I started crying. At the end, he starts saying he loves me and starts being affectionate. So here's the thing. If you're both throwing jabs at each other and you start crying and he starts responding with affection, clearly you guys are both, right, doing the thing here. You're both taking jabs at each other, which means that the conversation got to such a fevered pitch that it probably should never go to. And when it got to that point, it wasn't good. It wasn't healthy. So I would think that you guys broke down after that fevered pitch, which is a positive because it shows that you guys don't really want to hurt each other. You guys are both hurting. Now, what I would say is that you probably, if you're having but why, here's my question. Why are you arguing with your ex-boyfriend? You know, because how did you even get there? I would think that if a person is your ex, it's done. So here's how I look at it. You don't argue with someone you don't care about, right? If I don't care about how you feel, I'm not gonna even argue with you. So I'm not saying that this is you, but normally when I see people do this, it's because they care about how the other person thinks. So that low-key tells me that you might still care about how your boyfriend thinks, your ex-boyfriend thinks, which is something to consider, because if you're really exes, what's going on here? When I was chill on the situation, he think I'm lying. So when I go above and beyond, he still think I'm lying, and it's confusing to me. Because the point is, he just wants to label you as a liar no matter what you do. I mean, you pretty much said the answer here. You said the answer. When I go above and beyond, he thinks I'm lying. When I'm chill, he thinks I'm lying. That means he's gonna label you no matter what you do. So why even keep going? If someone's gonna keep labeling me as something, no matter what I do, I'm probably just gonna stop trying and I'm gonna eventually move on. It's only but so many times you're gonna get away with calling me a liar before I'm over it. At some point, you got to draw a boundary. Okay? You called me a liar. I get it. You saw something or you think something. I understand. I can be understanding. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and keep getting called that, right? Either you're going to stop or we're going to have to figure out what this relationship is. That's where boundaries come in. You can't let someone keep calling you a label like that. That's unhealthy. He ruined an entire vacation questioning me about a situation that was awful. Yeah, nah. See, that's why you can't let people get away with that. Hey, Nicole. Oh, man, we got some celebrities on here. Miss Tattoos. That makes sense. I feel like I was being love bombed. We were both emotional, and I decided to end it because it's toxic, and I feel like the relationship turned me toxic when I wasn't. Yeah. I mean, if you guys are exes, it's supposed to be over, right? It's supposed to be over. So, yeah, if you're exes and you're still arguing, that's definitely not going to get better. Like if we're exes and we're supposed to be together, we shouldn't be arguing. We should be like, oh man, life is so terrible without you. I can't imagine. And then we're so like, we're supposed to be more bonded than ever because we realize how dumb this was. But if we keep fighting and raging, like that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. Like I said, go ahead and if you haven't already, if you want to sign up for the community, I also have live chats. We have a live session every Wednesday. So if you want to get in before next Wednesday, we talk about narcissism. We talk about abuse. We talk about how to get through it. We talk about the mindset to finally get these guys to act a certain way, right? To start to respect you and show up for you and do the things that you need. If you want to know how to get guys to do that, that's what I talk about at least every week. Every single week. All right. So more questions, y'all. Yeah, honestly, boundaries are some of the best things in situations like that. When you feel like you have to go above and beyond to keep proving yourself, like unless you actually committed the crime, you shouldn't have to keep showing proof. Like, you know, we can wait for Wednesday. It's so beyond beautiful words. Yes. Wednesday, y'all, Wednesday is where we go down. We throw it. We talk about all the stuff, and I've recorded all of the calls, right? So if you missed it, you can go back and see it. I'm also showing you can get a course with the group. So I teach you how to date, how to spot out narcissism. People are succeeding over here, right? People are getting better in their relationships and their marriages and dating. We don't play games. Like we check in. Sometimes people get boring. We're like, okay, so how's your week going? How's your person? Oh, I'm still with them. Like, oh, great. You've been with them for how long? Like that's how y'all know how our sessions go. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about too. How's your thing going? Oh, it's going great now. Wow. Where's the drama? And sometimes we got trauma, right? Sometimes drama shows up in the chat and we see text messages. It's a lot, I'm telling you. But we only keep it to the exclusive membership. Not everybody can get in there. But that's the thing, ladies, is that these guys are going to act a certain way, right? They're going to act a certain way. And there are ways to get them to change the behaviors. There's a way to get most of the guys to change their behaviors. Guys are not that far different from each other. I've been traveling the world at this point, right? I've been to Germany, Paris, Colombia, right? Thailand, Mexico, Canada, different parts of the US. And what I can tell you is dudes are not that much different. Like, I'm not finding this huge difference in men. Now, don't get me wrong, they might have different approaches, but the thought process is very similar, no matter what country I've been to. So, you're talking to someone that's a little bit more worldly in this regard. I've also dealt with various people who, who are different cultures, different ethnicities, different religions. So, you're getting that worldly truth a little bit more. So hopefully that helps. But yes, let's keep going. More questions. Thank you, SS Lady. I'm gonna call myself that, the SX Xavier. Sound like a ride. But no, so we were talking about, working through, you need help. What do you need help with? Don't hold back. If you need help, just go ahead and ask the question. You don't even have to prep me. Just go ahead and go for it, y'all. This is all happy times here. Relationship advice. Well, what do you need? Do you want to talk about it here? You're hilarious. Yes, I am one giant ride. I'm like 6'3". You got chopped down that tree, you know what I'm saying? Why are you so perfect? Thank you. I'm far from perfect. I'm far. Ay. But I can understand how talking here, you would perceive it that way. But yes, I am so far. I'm still learning myself. There are moments I get into still to this day that I question, like, why did I do that? It actually means Susan and my grandmother. Susanna, my grandmother's. Aw, that's cute. Building a connection with my husband again. Do you want to work with me one-on-one? Do you want to apply to work with me? Because you guys can still apply to work with me one-on-one, That's still a thing. How do you earn trust back? What did you do? What did you do? This is your safe space. Be honest. You cheating? Ya cheats. Ya cheating. That's how they used to say it when I used to live in Queens, New York. They'd be like, ya cheating, ya breed. So you cheated. Okay. Are you guys still together? Are y'all still together? This just got so good. Are you still together? Or did he break up with you? You're still together. Well, here we go. So if you're still together and you cheated, then that means he's not totally done, right? There's still hope here. Now, I would say, hold on. I gotta plug in the charger. I need a new charger. Hold on. Yes, he left and came back. So, if you cheated, but he came back, then what I would say is that you will have to be a little careful, because you want to make sure that he's ready to find a way to trust again. But here's another question. Why did you cheat? And I'm glad you're being so open and honest here in this safe space. I appreciate your honesty here, because not everybody will admit that. Whoa. Yeah, cheats. Let me see. Lack of attention. Lack of attention. So Do you think that maybe, does he understand that? Because here's the thing, right? And this is going to sound crazy. Cheating, we all know cheating is wrong, right? But sometimes people are motivated to cheat because of something lacking in the relationship, right? Sometimes that is true. I wasn't getting enough attention. I wasn't getting what I needed. I didn't feel bonded with you. And then I sought it out in someone else, right? That's not all the way insane. That could be a reason. But let me ask you a question. Does he understand that, right? Because if he came back, then he has to be ready to forgive, right? You can't just come back and be like, I'm gonna hold this over your head now. So does he understand that? Did you talk about that? But not the same. Well, it's not going to be the same, right? Because that means because trust was broken. So maybe instead of trying to build back the trust, right? Instead of trying to build back the trust, maybe you should try to see if this is going to work, right? Go backwards. Go back to the drawing board because something wasn't working so bad that you were like, let's go ahead and cheat, right? So maybe you guys need to learn how to be friends again. Yes, but he don't buy it and thinks it's an excuse. So if he thinks it's an excuse, well then here's the thing, he's hurt, right? He's hurting. So he's gonna think whatever is gonna come to mind. So your best bet is to just try as hard as you can to just don't fight it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, don't fight his view on it. He's gonna have his view. The best you could do is say, hey, I told you my reason. This is what you think. I can't stop you from thinking what you want to think. So the best I can do is say, maybe we can start over again, right? And in starting over, maybe he will begin to see where there were gaps. But this is where the ball's back in your court because you have to ask yourself if you want to be back in a relationship where someone just keeps blaming you because that's not good either. If I mess up, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you, I haven't always been perfect. I told you I was a manipulator myself, right? How you doing on TikTok? Good to see y'all TikTok. I was a bold manipulator. So there were a lot of times that women turned around, they figured out what I was doing, and I got called on it. And I lost a lot of trust. I did. I lost trust from a lot of great women. So you're talking to someone that understands. Now, I didn't cheat, but I definitely did things that were dishonest. So I had to own that. I had to own it. And the best I could do is try to go back to the drawing board and start from the beginning, start to be friends again. Maybe not worry about all the love and getting back to good again. I would try to just take baby steps back in the right direction. Let's rebuild because this has been broken now. So we got to start over. So what I would do is start there and not try to invalidate their feelings. But if I feel like it's taking too long, like for me, you got 3 to 4 months to play the blame on me, right? You got 3 to 4 months and then I'm out, baby. I'm out. Because I just can't handle that after a while, no matter how much I like you. Right? How y'all doing here on the TikTok, baby? TikTok, stand up. What made you so that? Well, I was learning, right? I was learning about myself and I didn't have many healthy influences around me. Not that that's an excuse. There's no excuse for what I did. But I learned because I had unhealthy people around me that showed me unhealthy relationships. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the rose. And because I had those unhealthy relationships around me, I tended to react unhealthy myself. And I had to unlearn a lot of those toxic behaviors. So it was definitely guilty by influence, but I had to take initiative and get out of that mindset. And that took therapy and counseling. So yes, that's what made me so that. Hola, hola, ¿cómo está? Bien. What's the topic for tonight? We're talking about relationships and dating per usual. This is Xavier, the dating and relationship coach extravaganza. And we are in it tonight. So make sure you're ready because we're not playing games. Keeping in touch with your ex post marriage and playing the it wasn't me game. Yeah, that's over. That's over. What? Her name is Pretty. See, why you gotta name yourself Pretty? Because then everyone's gonna think I'm overly complimenting someone every time I call you. When you have a question, I'm gonna be like, okay, Pretty. Like, yeah. But I'm playing with you. I'm playing. Good evening. Good evening back to you. How are you doing tonight? Let's go ahead and ask questions. Let's do it. And look at the wonderful man you are. It was all part of your purpose. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know what's funny is because, when I first started to transition into trying to become a better man, I wasn't liked as much because a lot of people are attracted to toxic behaviors. And the less I exhibited toxic behaviors, the less I got. I was like, wait, that's not what the purpose was here. But, luckily I had a great counselor and he told me, he said that don't change because you're going to meet the one person that's going to match the energy that you're on. And you're going to be so thankful that you went through all of this healing and learning about yourself. So what I can tell, I can relay that right back to you ladies, is that I know a lot of you feel like, man, I'm healing, I'm working on this, I'm trying to be the best I could be. And these guys out here, man, they're just like, it's like they're ages behind. And that could be very discomforting. But what I can tell you is that you're going to meet that one person and it's going to hit. And you're going to thank God or the universe or whatever you think that you made this decision because it's going to hit more than anything else. It's quality over quantity. Remember that. A lot of people are interested in quantity nowadays. I want to be liked by everybody. I want to be liked by so many people. And for me, I want to be liked by the right people. I want to be liked by the right people. That would be nice. Because I could care less, right? But when the right people that are doing the right things that can actually uplift me are in my circle and they care and they show me congrats, that hits different. You know what I mean? Because to be liked by everybody means sometimes not quality. I don't know about that. What do you think a man is scared of being in a relationship and commit? So I don't think that a lot of men are afraid of commitment. I think one of the things that they are afraid of is having to let go. Joanna, we need to talk, okay? We need to talk, Joanna. I'm not playing with you anymore. And you're so handsome. See? Nah, don't say that. Get off my line. I'm playing. And commit. So I don't think that men are scared of relationships and commitment. I think number one, sometimes guys, it's like the details behind it because to be committed means he has to cut off his options. So that's one thing. Is he ready to cut off all the options, right? All the late night you up text people, all the side ones, all the, like that's what we're talking about. And number two, are you prepared to be a girlfriend? Are you prepared to be a wife? Are you ready for that? Because those have certain behavior traits too, right? So like, for example, even though I'm not with someone, right? I practice overtime to make sure that I'm going to be the best boyfriend or husband that I could possibly be, right? I'm not going to be perfect, but I'm practicing that even as an individual. I know there's certain things that I shouldn't be doing, certain things that shouldn't be happening in my life. And I'm not a square. Trust me. I love the party, all right? I love to party. I love to get a little, you know what I'm saying? But I understand that there's a standard that I need to be at in order to make the woman I'm with feel comfortable and safe. So I'm practicing that. So I think, it goes both ways, right? So yeah, some men are just scared of commitment because they're immature right now and they don't want to have to do something real. They don't want to have to answer to someone. They don't want to have to be with someone and take accountability and be responsible. They don't want to do all of that. And there's some guys who just they don't see what they need to see in a person. So that's what I would say. If your partner continuously goes through your phone, accuses you of cheating, what are your thoughts? And this person's not ready for a relationship. They're toxic, they're not trusting, and they're not ready. I think something may have happened to them in the past where they got cheated on and they still haven't gotten over it. Like one time I was dating this woman and we fell asleep on the couch, right? We were watching TV and we fell asleep on the couch. And then at 2 a.m., the boys called me because, of course, the boys never call me, but now they call me at 2 a.m., now when I'm with someone. So I didn't answer it because I was like, oh, it's just the boys, In her mind, she was like, what if that was a woman? I'm like, a woman at 2 a.m.? What do you think? I'm some kind of booty call? I'm playing. But she was like, yeah, because my ex used to do that. He used to have girls call him that late. And I was like, God. So, but she did that throughout the relationship. There would be all these little things that she would take the wrong way because of what her ex did because he cheated. So that's what I'm saying is like, you got to be careful because sometimes people are unhealed. And instead of, healing, they're projecting their insecurities on you and forcing you to overcompensate. So what I would say for that is, that doesn't sound like a person that's ready. Because if your mind automatically assumes the worst, now that's understandable. A lot of us get that way, right? We assume the worst and then that's how it goes. But what I would say is that you don't really want to date someone that's their first inclination is to just go ahead and assume the worst. But thank you so much for the questions, y'all. Keep them coming. By the way, if you haven't yet, go ahead and click the link in my bio. In order to join my exclusive group where I go into more detail and say stuff that I can't say on social media. And I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at my list to see who's joining. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check it right now. If y'all are applying on the list, I'm going to find you. Let's see. Let's go ahead and refresh this list. I would show y'all the list, but we got privilege. Let's see. Oh, we got a few of y'all on here. Okay. They're signing up tonight. I see you on the list. If you haven't applied yet, go ahead and click the link in the bio. Don't hesitate. My question, please help. Well, ask the question. What are you waiting for? Or you could join the group and I'll answer. I answer everyone in the group. Totally agree with you. Thanks. Thanks, Pretty. Pretty gonna get me in trouble. Like, there was someone on here that I think was named like You're So Gorgeous. And I was like, come on. You did it on purpose. Like, I'd called him. I said, hello, you're so gorgeous. If your partner throws your past in your face, everything that person done for you, thoughts? They're not ready. If they throw your past in your face, this is not going to work. Using the past as leverage is like such a red flag. I understand that the past does hurt, but you can't keep using it because it's over and done with. At that point, you're just trying to power play this thing. I'm in a long distance relationship with an avoidant. What? Oh my goodness. That is asking for like the worst type of relationship right there. A long distance relationship with an avoidant is wild. That's gotta be, it's hard to deal with them when they're down the street. Hey, Rocky. Hey, yo, Rocky is on the track. I don't know why I said it like you're a DJ. Good to have you, Rocky. Rocky is one of the reasons why my business has picked up so much. So if you're ever looking for a businesswoman that has it together, that is just like a descendant of Tony Robbins, she's right there because she's got the plans, and y'all gotta tune in. So Rocky, thank you for your help with me. Always gonna shout out, always. I can imagine Rocky on the other side of the screen like, that's right. You better recognize. I know you talk like that on the low, Rocky. You're not fooling me. She got that Puerto Rican in her. I already know. My mom's Puerto Rican, okay? All your food is spicy. I know. I was waiting on your opinion to a question. What question? Is it here? Sometimes I miss it. I have like 3 screens up. I'm missing everything, baby. All right, let me go back to that one with the avoidance. So we were together over a year before he moved. I feel like he's pulling away. In the past, he just needs space, but I'm trying not to be anxious about together for over a year before he moved. So here's the thing. If someone is an avoidant, then they naturally, I'm watching you do your thing. So if someone is an avoidant, that means that they naturally have a tendency to avoid, right? They're gonna avoid hard conversations. They're gonna distance themselves. They're gonna take breaks. It's very easy for them to just detach. I've had clients that were avoidants, and they usually do better in situations where they're not in relationships, where they're just entertaining individuals, right? And I know that probably sucks to hear, but if you're with an avoidant and you like them, the best you could do is try to compensate for it when they're working on themselves. It's a 2-person job. I normally do not recommend dating someone that's an avoidant. That's one of the toughest attachment styles to date because it is an unhealthy attachment style, right? Anxious attachment, avoidant dismissive. All of these are hard to deal with. So we have to all get to a place of healthier attachment styles. If they're not actively working to that, then you are going to struggle. He's very anxious and dealing with the bad work pressure. There's no action in the marriage going on, but he watches porn when I'm not around. Jeez Louise. Yeah, let me tell you something. When a guy has a porn addiction, that's a whole nother monster because he's getting out all of his, I don't want to get blocked on social media again, but he's getting out his, urges through women that he's never met, right? So if he's doing that, then that means he's not working through that with you. He's taking the cheap way out. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it because there's some corn stars that actually follow me, right? So I don't want to down anyone's profession. But at the end of the day, if it's used improperly, if you are letting it get in the way of your marriage and your love life and your things that matter, thank you so much, Crystal, then you are damaging yourself and you should not be using this. And that goes for anything, right? Because anything can go that far. You could be a workaholic and work too much, and that's taking over your love life. You could be, a gym rat, and all you can think and talk about is the gym, and that takes over. Anything that is too extreme, where it's being utilized in place of your partner's happiness or your progression, that's something you gotta really hone in on. We love spicy. Don't put pepper on it. What kind of spice you use? Slap you. Okay, don't murder me, but there's a seasoning called Slap Your Mama. Have you guys ever had that seasoning? I don't condone the statement, just to let you know. But the seasoning is not bad. Thank you, Crystal, for sending that. Thank you, Xavier. God bless you. Thank you. But like I said, if you want more of this, if you want me to go into more detail, go ahead and click on the link. I'm looking at the form right now, y'all. I'm looking at it. I'm ready for you. Come on, man. Waste no time because you got to get in early and not everybody gets in. So, like I said, click the link in the bio. Stop everything you're doing right now, click the link and apply. But like I said, not everybody gets in, but you will get the best quality service. And I will personally, I'll even throw in this. I will personally give you a call if you join. I will personally give you a call. Let's sweeten this up because I want to help as many people as possible. Thank you, Jack. Oh, well, it's a rose, so it doesn't go over my head. But thank you, Jacqueline. But yes, anyone who clicks right now, if you do it right now, I don't know if this is going to be available after this, you will qualify for a personal call. If you join, if you get in, I don't want to make any promise. You have to get in. You got to fill out the form and apply, and I'll personally give you a call. How about that? We're going to chat, baby. Let me know your deepest secrets. Just playing. You ain't got to tell me everything. Go ahead. If you want to jump on a personal call with me, click the link in the bio and join. Happy to see you online. Everyone's so happy to see me online. You know what? I'm happy to see you. Thank you, Jacqueline. Jackalackalin. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to butcher your name. Oh no. I get excited and then I lose inhibition. I just start saying whatever's in my head. But thank you so much, Jacqueline. Thank you so much, y'all, for joining the live because we need this kind of energy. We're with healing, right? Healing, love, appreciation. We love it out here. You've been disappeared for a while. I was in Colombia. Dang, man. Y'all notice when I'm gone? See, that's when you know it's real. Don't worry, I won't leave y'all for a while. I'm not going on a vacation like that for a long time. And next time I do, right, I'm staying in the States. I'm in the States. So I'm going to go live. She said, yeah, we noticed. Dang, not the 3 dots. Yeah, we noticed. We noticed. Yeah, no, next time they check it outside. Yo, Kim, you are so funny. Stop. You're going to make me laugh into oblivion. I'm just going to blow up. Man, that's funny. But yeah, next time if I go on a vacation, I'm going to do it. What was I going to say? See, I lost my train of thought, y'all. What's up? When you start manifesting, when you start why am I saying it like that? When you start manifesting in your elevation era, that's where self-worth comes. Yes. Keep talking to yourself because we missed you. We missed you too, Gene. Our subconscious registers a lot of this. Our subconscious registers a lot of the stuff that we're going through. The subconscious matters, right? It is a totally different person. What we need to do, if there's anything you could take away from this live today, is your subconscious is a separate person. Your subconscious registers everything you do. If you go out and steal, your subconscious makes note of that. If you cheat, your subconscious makes note of that. If you do a good deed, your subconscious makes a note of that. Your subconscious is more powerful than your conscious, your frontal lobe. If you constantly feed it good stuff, it's not going to make you feel good about doing bad things. If you constantly feed it bad stuff, it's not going to let you feel good about doing good things. You are in charge of programming it. If you program it the right way, and it takes a conscious effort, you will have success. I do not have to hold phone. Okay, so what I can say right now is that if you are not in my private group where we do deeper dives, you are missing out because there's certain things I can't say on here that I would love to. And I get into the nitty gritty. If you want to get into the nitty gritty and you also want a personal call with me, a 30-minute personal call with me, if you want to qualify to do that, and we can go through it, whatever problem you got, I'm going to talk to you one-on-one, baby. Go ahead, click the link in my bio and make it happen. Because we are not playing. This is 2024. This is 2024. We are not playing. Oh, and I do FaceTimes. So don't worry. I'll show you my face. My entire face. I'm playing around, but you get it. Any more questions? I got 7 minutes left. Let's go. Any more questions or concerns? We're getting back into the swing of things. I always ask God if there's anything in my subconscious that needs healing to heal me. You know, it's funny because with the way God and the universe works, I realize they don't just, grant your wish. What happens is that you face a challenge. You face a challenge that reveals to you what problems you have. Like a lot of us don't get this, but toxic people are actually a blessing. This sounds crazy, right? Walk with me before we go there. Toxic people are actually a blessing. What better therapy can you get than when a toxic person shows up in your life, it makes you realize how much you don't have it, right? If I'm capable of falling for a toxic person and not being able to walk away, there are things in me that also need to be challenged. And I get it. They're tricksters, they're liars, they're manipulators. They take everything you do, they break your trust. Horrible, horrible individuals. But they do reveal something in you too. What do your boundaries look like? What does your discernment look like? What does your empathy limit looks like? Right? Your forgiveness, not only for them, but for yourself. So if you find that you struggle with toxic people, then there are things you need to work through as well. Because a toxic person should not be able to get hold of you. They shouldn't be able to. The world's best liar. Because I can tell you something, I'm not perfect, right? I'm definitely not. I can like someone a lot really fast. Like I fall in love quick. If I met a woman and let's say in 5 months, she shows me that she's toxic, she's playing the game, she's messing around, right? She's just trying to manipulate me and get stuff out of me. I have to walk. I have to walk. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. Of course, but you still have to do it. You know what I mean? Just because it's not easy doesn't mean I don't do it. So it's not about what's easy. It's about doing the job. Because if you get to a point that you realize this ain't it, and then you continue, that's something to consider. But here's what I think. I think it is easy to walk away. Oh, it's easy. It's easy to walk away from a marriage. It's easy to walk away from a relationship. Those things are actually physically very easy. What's hard is dealing with the emotion. And what we do is we say it's hard because we have to deal with the emotion. The emotion is the worst part. But if I know this is wrong, I'm not going to stay in it just because of my emotions. At that point, I don't even trust my emotions. I might have reprogrammed my subconscious to deal with crap, right? So I got to tell By the way, do you guys drink Olipop? I know I'm having a moment here, but are these drinks even good? Like, are these good? I'm not sponsoring this. I bought one, and a lot of people talk about it. It's got like 16 grams of carbs. How much fiber? It's got all this sugar in it. You're supposed to be good for you? Are these good for you? This your fave? Is it good for you? Supposed to help you go to the bathroom? I'm gonna drink it right now. Man, that's good. Too good. It's not healthy. It's called Olipop. Supposedly these drinks are supposed to be like probiotics or prebiotic, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, prebiotic. There you go. Oh, baby. It's all tasty. I haven't had sugar in like days. It's too tasty, baby. How does a woman handle a man who acts very defensive, angry, hurts himself when you what? Here's the thing, Miss Ananya, here's what I need you to do. Go ahead and click the bio, sign up for the membership so that we can have a chat, okay? I will work with you instead of doing it through here because you're not going to get enough out of here. And I want to make sure you get quality service, okay? I want to make sure you get quality service. I know y'all, some of y'all want to ask the questions through here. Some questions are too much. So try the cream soda. Yeah, this is strawberry vanilla. It's too good. Big back activities. Man, I just fit this shirt the other day. Oh man. All right, well, everyone, time is up. I gotta jump off. I got clients to tend to, people to work with. And you guys, whoever applied, if you click the link in the bio, right? Whoever applied will be hearing from me. So that's the thing, or hearing from my assistant. And then if my assistant gets to you and you're able to join, you will hear from me, right? So let's go ahead and click the link in the bio. Click the link in the bio. What? Crystal just purchased an auto renewal subscription. What subscription do I have on TikTok? Crystal is out here buying stuff that TikTok. Hold on. What is that? There's so much happening right now, okay? There's so much. Go ahead and click the link in the bio. Sign up for my thing, and we'll talk. But anyway, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. We'll do this again. Bye, everybody. Much love.